Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Nutty Factory, guys. In today's video, I want to talk about something that's actually not closer to home, but asking like, what should South Africa do about this crisis that's happening, guys? And this is actually just about what's happening in Syria, guys. You know, just what you've been seeing over the past couple of months, really years, it's just not on, guys. Like, if we really cared as an international community, this thing should have been stopped quite a long time ago. It's just, you know, we had problems. You know, you had like Daesh, about ISIS being in between that. We have the Syrian president who's just really just a waste man who's not trying to like let go of power, so you know his country can just, you know, move on from the civil war, and just many other countries just like at loggerheads as to what to do in here. So my question is, what should South Africa be doing about the situation in Syria, guys? Remember, South Africa ourselves, the past we came from, guys, apartheid, guys, we had many other countries actually helping us out, you know, be it people being able to live in those countries when they're in exile, just international help, really, just with aid, certain things with aid, you know, weapons, really, just to be able to fight the apartheid government, guys. So what should we be doing, looking at what's happening in Syria, guys, looking at what's happening, you know, between the US, Syria and Russia, that they just like at loggerheads, really, as to what they should do, really, to just stop the ongoing crisis in Syria, guys. You know, the whole the ISIS stuff, I don't believe we could do much, because you know the US and, you know, stronger military, you know, countries, you know, are dealing with that. But what should we do about refugees, guys? Should South Africa be taking in Syrian refugees? I actually think so, guys. Look at what happened in the past, guys. People were allowed to stay in our surrounding countries, guys. It was in Mozambique's, your Zambia's, guys, just to get them away from, you know, just all the trouble and like the, you know, that could have been a civil war here in South Africa, guys. So I think dealing with Syrian refugees, you know, many other countries are just saying flat out no, guys. Look at the country we're living in, guys. We have over millions and millions of like refugees, really, just living in our own country. As much as we have our own xenophobia problems, guys, I think South Africans could be open-minded enough, you know, to accept people from other countries, such as like Syria. With what's happening in Syria, we could allow, you know, people to come in and be refugees. Should we maybe like then not mediate between, you know, the US and Russia? What's going on there, guys? You can just tell Guti what's happening between Russia and the United States there in Syria is just very problematic. I'm the view of that, like, you know, Russia's kind of making this a bit problematic here. I understand the stance that they have, that, you know, they're trying to make sure Syria stays being a sovereign state, guys. If it really is a state right now, guys, that country has just been turned to a wasteland, just dust. And it just has a president who just, you know, attacks his own people, guys. I don't care what you say. This guy has honestly attacked his own people, guys. And you know what the other countries done in the last week, you know, just to like, you know, decrease the stockpiles of, you know, like these chemical weapons. I think that's really a good way to do it. But I think maybe South Africa should maybe kind of like mediate between there, you know, get into some talks there, like seriously put the foot down and be like, guys, this is just not on. As much as I know we're part of BRICS, and you know that could hamper certain relations that we have in Russia with Russia, I think it would be a step in the right direction to show other countries that, guys, look, at a country that's been through something like this, we could actually talk and actually help this other country that's, you know, having this big major crisis, guys, one of the biggest humanitarian crises in the world. So we could actually come help in there, you know, just step in, guys, to do something, and not just be like people who are just looking at the situation and doing zero. With foreign aid, I'm pretty sure we do have some type of, you know, plans, contingency, you know, just helping out the people of Syria, guys. Because it's just, guys, if you honestly just look at what is going on there, guys, it is bad. Just imagine just walking through your neighborhood and it's just, guys, it's just dust. Buildings are just gone. It's desolate right there. The situation that it is, guys, as much as we're seeing the president live a very good life, you know, those people, just the true reality of what's going on there is just people are displaced. Look at what's happening in the past 2 years, people running into Europe and stuff like that. It really shows the magnitude of what's happening in Syria, guys. I'm not really even too sure how we even like just really like honestly help out, guys, because we really can't live in a situation where things like this happening and we're doing nothing, guys. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what do you think South Africa should do about the ongoing Syrian crisis? Let me know in the comments below, guys. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next